out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. But this spake he of the Spirit, which is the Holy Spirit, which they that believe on him should receive. See? For the Holy Spirit was not yet given, because that Mashiach Shai was not yet glorified. He hadn't died and rose on the third day and walked the earth for 40 days. And told them in the Sabbath journey, which is 7 days, they would receive the Holy Spirit, which was in the day of Pentecost, which is 50 days after he died and rose on the third day, which is Passover. Feast of Leavened Bread, rose on the third day, walked the earth for 40 days, and then 7 more days was the Feast of the Pentecost, or Ingathering, or the Feast of Weeks, which is 50 days after the Passover. So it all lines up, people. And it was a holy convocation of the Israelites. That's why when you read Acts the 2nd chapter, the 5th verse, it said Jews came from all the different lands. Devout men out of all the lands of the world. You see? It was the Israelites that came, because it's our holy convocation. Like you said, okay, well, do the Gentiles, you that go to church in the secular churches, y'all honor the Feast of Pentecost? Did y'all honor it? It was a few weeks ago. Did y'all honor the Feast of Pentecost? Did you count 50 days from the Passover, which you go and observe? They ain't no Easter. They wouldn't observe no Easter. They was following the Passover. As the word says we're supposed to do in the law. That's what we were doing. That's what we're supposed to continue to do. So let's continue. Let's go to Romans, the 8th chapter, and 3rd verse. Romans 8 and 3. Romans 8, and we're going to start at the 3rd verse. But what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, Most High sending his own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh. So, what law is he talking about? What did Mashiach Shai die? And when he died, what was the law that we wasn't dealing with anymore? The law of sacrifice. So listen, for what the law, which is the law of sacrifice, could not do, and that it was weak through the flesh, because people would be knowing they're going to do the sins and ready to have a sacrifice to give to the Most High for sin. He ain't care nothing about that. Look at Hebrews 10 and 4. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. You see? It's not possible that these sacrifices that we've done of bulls and goats and so forth take away sins. Wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he says, sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body, the Mashiach Yahushai body, hast thou prepared me, Mashiach Yahushai. See, in burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin thou hast had no pleasure. See? But a Mashiach Yahushai precious body was given for the sins of the children of Israel. Romans 8 and 4, that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. See? For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. See? You want to deal with all the things of the world, you want to be like the world, He's calling us out of that. See? To get bound to the Most High through our faith in the Mashiach Yahushai. Because we're not sacrificing no animals. That's what it says. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. That's why a lot of people have all these problems, because they carnal-minded. To be spiritually minded is what? Life. What does that life mean? Everlasting life and peace. That's why people don't have peace, because they carnal-minded. They're not spiritual. They might know scriptures, whatever, they still carnal-minded. They got to deal with these demons. All kind of demons. That's why it says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. So the carnal mind, what's what? It say enmity with the Most High. So let's get another example of enmity. You know what that means? Enmity with the Most High. Let's see what that is. Let me give you a good example that'll explain enmity. Go to James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? You at war with the Most High. That's what enmity is. It says, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. That's what it's talking about, people. That's carnal-minded. You at war with the Most High, because you against His rules and regulations. You against His laws, statutes, and commandments. You against the faith that we got to have in the Mashiach Shai, going to the Most High on our behalf, to the glory of the Most High. You against that if you carnal-minded. That's why it says, Romans 8:6. For to be carnally minded is death. Is death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. You can't bring, a prime example, okay, you can't have someone that's of the world, and you bring them in, and you're going to counsel them with the word of the Most High. They carnal-minded. You got to go into the tactics of the world. If you ain't hip to what's happening in the world, you got game to be able to know, which is wisdom, what we dealing with here, to know how to deal with somebody of the world, then you can't really deal with that. You don't know how to deal with that. Because they fighting against the spirit. I ain't hearing that. When they sat down to learn the laws of the Most High, you're going to say, well, this is what you got to deal with. They ain't never done that. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. For it is not subject to the law of the Most High. They're not subject to the law of the Most High. This whole book is a book of laws. Like I say, He ain't telling you have a free will to think about doing this or not. He's telling you do this. These are orders, commandments, all throughout the Bible. Neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. See? But you are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. If you are in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Mashiach, he is none of his. You don't have the Spirit of Mashiach, he ain't dealing with you. He can care less. So you none of his. Look at verse 15. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Most High Father. See? We receive the spirit of adoption. We who? The children of Israel. See? We ain't dealing with the spirit of captivity. Over and over and over again, you got to stay in that type of the curses and so forth. Because He said, if you do what I say do, I'm going to bless you. What we say, the water of Most High. Thank you, Most High. Abba. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. The Spirit going to bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. Who? 12 tribes of Israel. Who's he talking to? Romans 1:7. Well, some of you gainsayers, it says, to all that be in Rome, be loved of the Most High, called to be saints. We don't define who the saints are. Short version is Psalms 148:14. See? Grace to you and peace from The Most High, our Father. Our is a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership. And the Mashiach, Yahushua, who said in Matthew 15:24, but he answered and said, I have not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Who live in the house? Family. The family of the 12 tribes of Israel. So here it is right here. To all that be in Rome, be loved. Who we say love? Romans 9:13. Romans 9:13. As it is written, Jacob, who is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, have I loved. See? That's who we love. So now, we look at, going back to Romans 8 and 15, it says, for ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear. See? But ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. So now, when you look at we, as the children of Israel, go to Romans 9, and we're going to look at verse 3. That's what Paul said. He said, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. Your flesh is your skin, is your soul, who are Israelites, you see, to whom pertaineth the adoption. So it can't be talking to no one else. This adoption, listen, clearly. Romans 8:15. For we have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. So here it is. He says, verse 4, who are Israelites, according to the flesh, as it says in verse 3, to whom pertaineth the adoption, see, and the glory, and the covenants. We just read the covenants in Psalms 105, 8-10, right? And the giving of the law was given to who? Psalms 142, 19 and 20. Let's find out. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Let's find out who the law was given to.